Hey, and welcome to Old Time Knowledge. Tonight I'm going to be making some broccoli casserole, one of my favorite dishes from when I was a little girl. Let's go over the ingredients. First thing, I'm just going to use a package of frozen broccoli florets, 3 eggs. I've got a can of cream of mushroom soup, but you can use any of the cream of soups. I've got some Ritz Crackers. I've got a package of Fiesta blend cheese. You're supposed to use cheddar, but I don't have any cheddar right now, but there's cheddar in the Fiesta blend, so that's going to work out fine. Then I'm going to be using some mayonnaise, which is presently in the refrigerator. I'll get it out in a minute. And some butter. And that's it. So stick with me and we'll get right to it. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this package of broccoli florets and I'm popping it in the microwave for 5 minutes because I am all about making things easy. I'm not going to put this in a pot and boil it or anything. I'm just going to pop it in the microwave and let it cook in there. And then next I'm going to put it in the bowl and chop it up. So it's been cooked for 5 minutes and now I am popping it in the bowl. And I'm just going to use my chopper to chop this up really good. You just don't want gigantic pieces of broccoli in there. It makes it nicer when people get spoonfuls or forkfuls of it. Y'all, I don't know who invented broccoli casserole, but whoever did deserves an award. I mean, this is such a good thing. And if kids don't want to eat broccoli, I can't see how they're not going to eat it if it's in this casserole because it's just so good. I have always loved this. My son loves it. This is just so good. Okay, let me get these. Oh, I don't want to put the eggs yet because it's really hot and I don't want it to cook the eggs. So I'm going to go ahead and add this can of cream of mushroom soup. And like I said, you can use any of the cream of soups. Cream of celery, even cream of chicken would be fine. I probably wouldn't use the cheese soup, but that's just me. You might like that, but I think that would be a little bit too much cheesy. Okay, then I'm going to add a cup of mayonnaise, and that's really about all I have left in this jar, so I'm not going to measure it out. I'm going to kind of eyeball it, but it gets a cup of mayonnaise. And let me scoop that right out in there. There we go. Okay, I'm going to give this a good stir, get this all really mixed up first. That'll bring the temperature of the broccoli down just a little bit before I add those eggs. I might worry too much, but I always worry if I just crack the eggs right in there with the hot broccoli that it's going to start almost like scrambling the eggs. That's probably ridiculous, but anyway. All right, so this is mixed up really good. I'm going to get those eggs and get those cracked in there and then continue mixing it up. And this is all that there is. Oh, and I'll be adding the cheese for the filling, but this is all there is to the filling. It's so easy. And I mean, you can throw this together in no time. And a lot of times you might already have this stuff in your pantry or in your freezer or whatever. And I'm all about cooking things that I'm going to have on hand and I don't have to go to the store and get something fresh to do it with. I usually always have eggs and I usually always have shredded cheese. And I always have frozen broccoli. Always in the freezer. So let me get that mixed up. And you want to beat the eggs really, really, really good. You just want to get them mixed up in there until they're all totally dissolved. Okay, so next I'm going to add the cheese. And like I said, it's going to take about half a cup of shredded cheese. The recipe traditionally calls for just a shredded cheddar cheese, and that's typically what I use, but I don't have any right now. I just have this Fiesta blend, and since this has cheddar in it, this will be just fine. It's going to taste delicious no matter what. So let me just get this all mixed in there and get this ready, because this is the last thing to add before I put this in the casserole dish. I'm going to speed this up really fast, and I've got Pam spray in my casserole dish, so I'm just going to pour that in there, but now I've got to mix up the Ritz crackers and the butter to make the topping. Just Ritz crackers. I'm not going to use the whole sleeve. I'm only going to probably use about 3/4 of the sleeve total, and I'm just crushing that up into crumbs, a half a stick of butter, and I'm just mixing the butter in really good with the Ritz cracker crumbs. And once I get it mixed in really good, I'm going to work it with my hands a little bit. And then I'm going to crumble this on top of the casserole and just cover the top because this is the really good buttery, crackery topping. I'm going to pop this in the oven for about 20 minutes and then it's going to come out and it's going to look like this. Y'all, this is so good. Now I'm not going to start cutting this immediately. I want to give it just a few minutes to set, so I'm going to get the rest of our supper taken up before I serve this. Okay, it's probably been about 10 minutes or so. It's probably still a little bit too hot, but I can't wait. I'm just going to go ahead and cut some and get this on a plate because I got to get supper served, and I wanted to make sure I show y'all how this looks. And look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? Because I'm going to tell you what it is. This is so good. Let me get a spoon so I can try this and give it a taste test and tell you what it's like. All right, come on now. Y'all already know. This is some good stuff. I want you to make it like I always say. I want you to tell me what you think in the comments below. Y'all give this video a like. How can you not like broccoli casserole? Give this video a like. And as always, I just want to thank y'all so much for watching. Till next time, bye-bye.